Alrighty. Good afternoon and welcome to today's workshop. On behalf of Mayor Rahm Emanuel and Chief Procurement Officer Shannon Andrews, this is how to navigate the DPS website. This is one of 19 free classes taught by DPS to help the citizens of Chicago and our vendor community know about programs, incentives, and resources available. We pride ourselves with continuing to provide the best information and to be as transparent as possible. My name is Rodney LeBeau. I'm the Public Relations Rep for the Department of Procurement Services, and I will be conducting today's class. PowerPoints for each workshop can be found on our events and outreach page at www.cityofchicago.org/DPS events. Everyone in the class should have received a copy of that. It's a copy of the PowerPoint presentation. Right there. Cool. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can head over to that page and you can download the PowerPoint to follow along at home. Once again, that's www.cityofchicago.org/DPS events. All right, so let's begin. Okay, so the purpose of today's workshop is to help you navigate the DPS website. One of our top commitments in our department is to transparency. There are literally thousands of pages of information on our website, and that can get a little daunting. So we're going to try to figure out how to help you get to the places that you need to go. So this is why we have this class, and I'm going to help you navigate this website like a pro, because when I started, I had to learn it as well. And it's a little crazy, but we've condensed some things and moved some things around. So that's why we have this class. So just a little quick overview about DPS. DPS is the procurement services, and it explores the best solutions for Chicago's diverse needs. We improve our contracts by using City of Chicago certified firms and green procurement initiatives. We generate revenue through our auctions that promotes reuse and recycling. All this is done by complying with various legislative parameters that guide the department. So we pledge to work together as a team and with our customers to guarantee an open, fair, and timely process by establishing, communicating, and enforcing superior business practices.
And all of your contracts are now online?
Most of them, yes. Most of our contracts are online. So I'm going to be flipping back and forth between the Actually, I'll probably spend most of the time on the actual website because it just makes more sense to go to it instead of having the PowerPoint. If you would like to have something like a refresher later on, like that's mainly what the PowerPoint is, but I'm going to probably stay more on the website.
You said this is on YouTube?
Yes, this is streaming currently on YouTube. This class is structured into different sections of the website, so I'm going to take you step by step through those different components of the website. So we're just going to exit out this real quick, and we're going to actually go to the website right here. So first stop is our homepage itself, which is www.cityofchicago.org/DPS. You can also get here cityofchicago.org/procurement, and then also just recently we changed it to chicago.gov/DPS. So either of those will get you to our website. So recently the City of Chicago refreshed its websites. This offers a new look, it's mobile friendly, and it's easier to navigate. So we're just going to go over some of these icons at the bottom here on the screen. So when you first come to the DPS website, you will see all of these buttons. So we have bid opportunities, awarded contracts, VBE, veteran-owned business certification, Chicago Certified Firms Directory, buying plan, procurement improvements, DPS alert, salvage auction, and e-procurement. So these are some of the main topics that most people will be looking for when they come to our website. So we decided to have these buttons here to make sure that like it's just a really quick, easy way to just click to them, and you can go to them. So so right here, that's bid opportunities. So if we click bid opportunities, this takes us to the bid opportunities pages. So e-procurement, which is bidding all done online, is at a different page, but you can also access it here. It's cityofchicago.org/bids. So this will take you to here. For paper bid opportunities, everything that's currently out right now is on this page, but then you can also click here to download a PDF copy of it. This is also what's included in the DPS alert every Monday. So that's why I suggest you sign up for DPS alerts, because you will get what's going out there to bid every Monday. We're going to close that. So that's the bid opportunities page. So awarded contracts. So I'm going to go into a deeper dive later in the class, but this button will take you to all the awarded contracts the DPS has administered. We've scanned a lot of old contracts going back decades to increase that transparency I was talking about earlier. So later, I'll show you how to search for these contracts, so you can see vendors who were awarded the contracts, how much, and each line item for that specific contract. One of these other buttons down here that I want to go over is the buying plan. So as I showed you earlier, the buying plan is we've done about 16, 17 editions of it. It is everything that the city of Chicago is planning on buying for the next couple quarters. So there's 27 user departments for the city of Chicago, and then also 12 other government agencies. So right here, this is our current buying plan, which is also online. So we have the book version out there for you to grab, but we also have the online version too, just in case you want to be nice and save paper. This is our current buying plan. It's the Construction Summit edition. So we usually will put out a special edition around our big events. Our Construction Summit edition is the current one. So this just kind of has all the what the city of Chicago and other agencies are planning on purchasing in the future. So as you see right here, this includes the Park District, the schools, the tollway, state of Illinois. Has all their contact information to their procurement bodies right there. We also have a really comprehensive how-to guide for using this buying plan. So it's basically gives you a deeper dive of what I'm telling you right now about the contract, the opportunities available, what is the buying plan, and we also broke down the different bids to small business, mid-sized business, and target market opportunities. And these are also our workshops for the first quarter. So if we just scroll kind of down here, this is the city of Chicago, and it just basically kind of shows you like aviation, the type of contract, commodities, what it is, the amount, when it's supposed to be out to bid, and if it's federal and non-federal. So this is a really comprehensive guide. So we put one of these out every quarter, so it gets updated. So I definitely recommend, if you have time, go through this. We're trying to make it as robust as possible. We're adding these color codings to make it easier for you to kind of see some of the projects that might stick out in terms of small business initiatives, mid-size, or those target market ones. So yeah, as I said, take a look through. This is the buying plan, yes. And like I said, we have them available here at the Bid and Bond in paper, and it's also online for you to download. It's a PDF.
Before, some of them were only, you had to come to the bid room to pick up plans. Has that changed?
So the question was about picking up bids. Most of the construction ones, you still require you to come in here for bids. We're trying to, change that in the future, but as of right now, yeah, for most of those bigger construction-related ones, you have to come in here and get the CDs. So that stays the same right now, but we're trying to get that to change. Okay, one of the other important ones right here is the Chicago Certified Firms directory. We'll take a deep dive into this later. You can search and find different certified firms by name, certification, etc. Because all user departments have the same general website template, it can be difficult to find what you're looking for. I don't know if you all saw the website before this. It was a little crazy. This one's a little new, more streamlined. So this is why we teach this class. Let's see what else. DPS Alert, as I mentioned earlier, this is where you click the button to sign up for our DPS Alert. Every Monday we send that out. It just keeps you updated on the most recent information about that bid opportunity list, as well as other events that we'll be going to, or other agencies will be participating in.
Per company, can there be more than one?
Yeah, it's just an email sign up. So as long as you have different email addresses, you can sign up for DPS Alert. So yeah, I would definitely recommend like, more eyes on the DPS alert, just so you know you don't miss something. But as I said earlier, the buying plan, if you know something you're looking at, you know when, like what particular quarter that's going to come out, so you can be on the lookout for it. Salvage auction, mentioned earlier in that brief intro. So we do have a salvage auction where we take reused materials, parts, cars, vehicles, and whatnot, and we actually have an auction, and we sell that just to kind of generate some money, and just practicing good recycling uses for things that still have a life. So here at the very bottom, we have a bunch of other little drop-down menus as well. We have the what we do section. Well, this is our most recent news. So that's usually like workshop schedules, press releases that we've released. This is what we do. So a lot of this is just kind of duplicative of up at the top. It's a little more, but like I said, those buttons are the most requested items that people go to. And then also we have supporting information as well. City data, where FOIA information lies, and then we also have the rules and regulations page. So also over here on the left side here, we have just our general information about our phone number, how to contact us, where we are, about us, our mission, leadership, etc. And then we have a live social media feed. So we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube. We post most solicitations up here. If you're into social media, we're pretty active on it. Please follow us. And that's on Facebook and Twitter at Chicago DPS. So facebook.com/Chicago DPS, twitter.com/Chicago DPS. Okay, and I think lastly, we want to just do this last one down here. Just some of our media. So that's our construction summit from last year, 2017. And then these are also links that take you directly to our sister agencies. So that's the CTA, CPD, CHA, city colleges, water, and the Chicago Public Schools. Let's see what else right here. E-procurement, as I mentioned, we're trying to go paperless. So we're moving a lot of that paper over to a online bidding process. So this will take you to all of your e-procurement bids and whatnot. I definitely suggest if you don't understand like how to do e-procurement just yet, we do teach a class on e-procurement. You can attend the class, or you can also watch it streamed online. I do suggest maybe coming to the class though, because it is interactive, so like they will go through it. That next class is on January 24th from 2 to 3. And that's on the 11th floor at room 1103. Alrighty, so I want to jump for the next e-procurement. Yeah, it's January 24th.
No, that's I'm not available.
The one after that, I'm not sure. I would check hold on. The one after that would be February 21st. Okay, so we're gonna jump into this what we do section and click contract administration. If you click this link, it takes you to this page. These are the service areas which we'll focus on, as I said from the beginning with the city's website. You should always just kind of expand some of these different buttons because there's a lot of them. So we want to go to awarded contracts. So there's awarded contracts right here, but like I said, we made these big buttons because most people want to see awarded contracts. So there's multiple ways to go to different things, but we want to put the most important things for these big buttons right here. So we're going to click and we're going to go to awarded contracts. So if we open up awarded contracts, we come to this page. So just real quick, like I said earlier, we've scanned a lot of historical contracts. So if you're really interested, you can get awarded contracts from October, November, December of 1999. So, you know, if you have time, check it out. If not, we'll go straight to what we really want to look at, and that's the awarded contracts. So we open this.
Can you go back 20 years or do you go back further? Not that I would be doing it.
I think the furthest right now we have is 99, but I know like they're just in the process of trying to scan everything. So as it becomes available, it will become online. So, yeah, so we have our different options right here for the different procurement entities. We're going to stick with the city of Chicago because that's who's teaching this class right now. So this is our awarded contracts page. So this page, when you get here, it actually will show you the 10 most recent awarded contracts. So if you know that the contract was recently awarded, you can look through here, you can check it out and see if it's there, get more information. I want to give you an example of how you can search for different things. So we're going to just go right here, since I already put it in there. We're just going to search real quick for Christy Weber. And we're going to click search. So, you know, we knew the vendor's name, we clicked search, we found the vendor, Christy Weber Landscaping. So this is just another good way, if you know the name of the actual vendor, you can type that in, you can search it, you can get more information about who they are, where they're located. Okay, let's see here. Yes, okay. So also, since we have Christy Weber right here, we want to know what contracts they currently have right now. We can go over here to contracts, we can do show all right here. And now we can look and see right here, these are all the contracts that have currently been awarded to Christy Weber Landscaping Services. So you can take a look through that. You can figure out, you know, it's an easy way to just figure out who's got what contract. Also, since I was talking about the scanning, if you click this right here, this will actually take you to, when I opened it, because I always have issues with this class and it not working in real time. So we actually have the entire contract that's been scanned. So you could actually go through this entire thing and you can see exactly how much money, the scope of service, etc. It's all here. I know this question was asked once before. We do redact, you know, proprietary stuff, informations like date of birth and all that. We redact that just to make sure that that stuff's protected. But you know, everything that the public should know about a particular contract is here. So as I said, there's a tremendous amount of information available here. There's also the economic disclosure statement in here, which shows the ownership of a business, and it's certifying that it has no political connections. So that's something that we do require of people who have who compete for our contracts, that they make sure they fill out that EDS. And so I'm going to go back to the contract services page. There we go. And then I want to show you our next little section right here of the tabs, the bid tabulations page. I'm going to click here. We're going to the bid tabs page. So if you're a vendor and you're bidding, you can see who has bid on a particular contract. So we have a formal bid opening that's held here at the Bid and Bond Room, as well as streamed online on YouTube. So within 24 hours of a bid opening, we post the bid tabs online. So here you can see not only the total bid, but each line item. You can see who their subs are, and yeah, you can see who other subs are. So we're going to type a spec number right here for an example. So we're going to 120164. Search. All right, here we go. Yeah, so this is a spec number for citywide comprehensive landscaping services. So we click on the detail section over here, Not only will you have the specification, the addendums that were released for it, but you'll also see everyone's bid. So everyone who bid on this, a Safe Haven, Christy Weber, Landscaping, Gardening and Design LLC, like they're all here, and each region price everything that they bid for. So you can see
And that's 24 hours after?
24 hours after the bid's been opened. So yeah, this is a great tool to see, all this information. Who won the money? Where else? Okay, back bids page. Okay, so we're gonna do another example real quick. Let me go back to this bid page. Bid 1, 2, 4, 7, 1, 6. All right, so this is another one. This is a request for capital plan program management office for facilities. Well, if you click the details, you can see in here the vendors that put in a bid for this RFP as well as their full proposals. So hopefully, if this works, maybe, maybe not. I'm literally like 0 for 3 now.
Well, it said it was loaded.
Yeah, well, hopefully that will load. So these, as I said, these are posted after the contract's been awarded. They've been redacted to make sure that your personal information trade secret's not released. I don't know why that's not loading, but basically you can get the line items of each oh wait, there it is right there. It's a big file, so. There you go, yeah. So you can see the actual bid proposal, or like the bid package. And then if you scroll, yeah, you can see each, like, you can see like just as much information as you want for the bid package. So as I said, everything that's trade secrets is redacted. We just want to make sure we're as transparent as possible. So you can literally see every single bid that has been put up. Lastly, I go back. I want to show you all the opportunity takeout list. So if you're a new vendor and you want to find another way to market yourself or to be a subcontractor, especially if you're in the contracting field, this section will show you the prime contractors who have come down to the bid and bond room and have picked up information on a particular bid. So we're going to type in another spec number real quick. We can do 133655. Search this. All right, so this is for the 41st Street pedestrian bridge over South Lakeshore Drive. So this right here shows you the prime contractors who came in and were interested in putting in a bid for this particular solicitation. So this is a great way for you to get into contact with these prime contractors, have a meeting to show what your business can offer, and see if you can, participate in being a subcontractor. So we have their information of who came, where they're located, and their telephone number, sometimes their website as well. So we do this to make sure that people are, that the vendor community is talking with each other. Because as you know, with our city contracts, there are, requirements on those particular contracts. So if these primes are having a hard time finding these subs to meet those requirements, we're saying, like, here, we're offering an easy way for these subcontractors to get in contact with the prime contractors and making sure that everybody is getting a chance to bid on and earn city contracts. Okay, we're gonna go back to the main website real quick. I also wanted to just show you real quick. Supporting right now. Debarred firms and individuals. So we use the city open data source for this. So this is a list just to help our vendor community. Sometimes vendors, they do wrong and they get debarred from the city of Chicago. We don't want you to accidentally, join up with a particular firm not knowing that they are debarred from the city of Chicago and potentially lose, a contract that you were looking for. So we make sure we post a list of debarred firms. So, if you're planning on doing any sort of like venture with another firm, I would check here just in case, just to make sure that everything is good. Right. Also under what we do events and outreach. So DPS does about, we participate in about like 100 events per year. We have two big ones, as I said, the Construction Summit, which is happening on February 6th, 2019, and then our vendor fair that's happening in May, I believe. So the events and outreach page is just a quick way to jump into registering for our workshops. As I said, here's where you download and print the workshops, and then here's the descriptions for those workshops as well. And as I said, we have the Construction Summit that's coming up. Brief information about that and where to go to register for it. So events outreach page, that will tell you all the different events that we're going to in the community. We also, as I said, send out the DPS alert, and usually we'll have a couple weeks out saying, like, these are the events that we'll be attending, this is what we're doing. You should participate. And then lastly on this page, I'm going to show you the rules, regulations, and ordinances. So we have a lot of rules, a lot of regulations, and a lot of ordinances. We have broken them down into particular sections. If you're unsure about a particular program or incentive that we offer, click one of these. We got PDFs. Read up. We also have a book out here too. It's this blue book. It's the guide to bid incentives and programs. That's just all of this in paper form. We also have a PDF copy of that as well. You can check that out. All right. So that's a lot of those. Lastly, I want to go to our Chicago Certified Firms Directory. So as I mentioned earlier, this is where you go to become certified with the City of Chicago, as well as look up any business to see if they are certified.
So if we're already certified.
So yeah, if you're already certified, you should theoretically be in here. So I know this is one of my examples that I've used in the past. And as we search, we find out that high-tech environment is an MBE, and high-tech polymers is a DBE MBE, etc. So you can click this, get more information about when they were certified, when's the expiration date, also the NACE codes as well. You can also get the NACE codes information.
Just the primaries or all of them?
I believe this is everyone who is certified.
But I mean the primary codes.
Oh yeah, I think these are the primary codes, yes. These are primary NACE codes. So once again, more information to just make sure if you have any questions about a particular business, its certification, you can definitely check this website. If you see a discrepancy, I would also suggest that you call our office and then you can speak to a certification representative and they can get everything cleared for you. And so you can also I'm going to refresh this page. we can look up commodity codes. So if we search this one, we can search for, we could search for NACE codes. And you can see who who is certified in a particular NACE code through that. So if you know the NACE code, you can search through it. Normally, most people don't, so they usually will have a vendor in mind, and then they'll see the vendor and what their NACE codes are. But I mean, if you know the particular NACE code, you can actually search for firms with that particular NACE code. All right, so yeah, that concludes this workshop. That is basically the main sections of our website. And just real quick before we go, we did change the top two to like add quick links. So on top of the big buttons at the top here, you also have quick links to get to a bunch of different things as well. And we split those up into contract administration, certification, and compliance, and our news and what we do. So like I said, many different ways to use the website. These buttons are the main things that we use, main things that people want to know. So are there any questions? Yes.
Yeah, if there is an opportunity in your planning guide, is there a way to go to the website to get more detail on that opportunity?
So the question was getting more information about a particular solicitation in the buying plan. It depends on what quarter it is in. Does it say?
A lot of it is like a 1 or 2 sentence description.
Yeah.
You want to kind of understand what's behind that.
Yeah, so if it's not coming out anytime soon, there won't be any additional information for it. It's just what the city is planning on buying in the future. So like they know that that's coming out. There aren't any specific details at the moment, but closer to that time period, that's why we tell you to sign up for the DPS alert, because when that information does come out, it will be in the DPS alerts bid opportunity list that will have more information, and that will happen before it goes up for bid. So this is just giving you a quick kind of glimpse saying like, hey, here's everything that we're doing in these quarters.
So if there's a project that says first quarter of 19, we should see something.
You should start seeing something before that, yes. So that's why I said sign up for DPS alerts, because that will always have the bid opportunity list and will let you know what's going out at that time.
So I can have more than one person get the alerts?
Yes, as long as they have a separate email address, you can sign up. Everyone can sign up for a DPS alert. Any other questions?
I saw something up there about payments.
I believe when it comes to payments, that's under the awarded contract section. So like once you find a particular awarded contract, you can find, yeah, and it'll show the payments, yeah. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you very much for coming to our class. If you have any questions, like I said, you can contact our office. If it's website related, they will most likely forward it to me and we'll be speaking again. But like I said, we tried to streamline this page as much as possible to make sure that the most important information is the biggest and prettiest, so you can just click to your heart's content.
Is you a Rodney?
Yes, and my name is, once again, Rodney LeBeau, and I'm the public relations rep for DPS.
And there is a link on Twitter.
Yes, you can follow us on Twitter and on Facebook at Chicago DPS. All right, well, thank you very much, and yeah, have a great rest of the day.